No, go lay down. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just getting set up here. One moment. Okay, guys, I wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys a little bit about skip tracing. Now, a lot of the folks that are maybe seasoned and that are watching this, you probably already have some sort of skip tracing software, something that you're using, that you're paying for, that probably works great. If you like it, go ahead and keep using it. You may or may not find these techniques that I'm about to share with some folks useful, but really this is for the folks that are new, that maybe have a low budget, that don't have a lot of extra money to spend on some expensive software. And this would be a nice way for folks to go about tracking down some motivated sellers, hopefully, that you can do a deal with. So I wanted to show you and share with you guys some techniques that I use to track down folks that may otherwise be difficult to find. So if you'll just bear with me, I'm going to share my screen here just real quick. Okay. And what we're going to do, I want you to go ahead and open up 3 different windows. We're going to open up one at Zillow. We're going to open up one with whitepages.com. And then we're going to have facebook.com. All right. One moment here. What do we got here? No, don't need TikTok. All right. So again, we've got Zillow, we've got White Pages, and we've got Facebook. So you've got a property that you need to locate who the owner is, and you need to track them down, right? We're going to go ahead and assume that you found that property, and we need to get in front of them, right? So what you're going to do first is you're going to go over here to Zillow.com, and you're going to put in whatever address, okay, of the property that you're looking for. Now, it doesn't matter what address that you're wanting to use. It won't make a difference, because this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pick a house here. I'm just in the houses for sale section. That won't make a bit of difference. The point of it is that once you put in the address, you're going to be able to pull up the house. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down, and we're going to go down to where the county records are going to be available. So let me just go ahead and scroll down here. I might have went too far. One moment. Let's see what we got here. Bear with me just one second, folks. Sometimes they move this around just a little bit more than what I would prefer. Oh, here we go. Find assessor on county website. You're going to see this on any property on Zillow that you pull up, and make it kind of easy for you to kind of go about tracking down the owner. All right. So every single county website, first off, that you go to, it's going to be a little bit different. I wish it was a little bit more streamlined to where you could just go in and do the same exact thing every single time. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So we've got to just work with what we've got. So over here, it looks like Hillsborough County. Mind you, this property's in Florida. I'm in Dallas. So just so you know, I don't know anything about this property or anything like that. So don't go, if you're watching this video, don't go trying to track down this owner or anything like that. Apparently they've got the house for sale. So, you know, I don't know, maybe if you want, you can reach out to him and try to make a deal. But anyway, so what we're going to do over here is we're going to go back to the property, and we're going to go ahead and copy and paste the street number and the street name. We're going to get that, and we're going to go back on over here to the county website and see if we can't get something to pull up for this. Okay, cool. This one's actually cool. It populated the city and everything. So I'm going to hit search here, see what we come up with. All right, awesome. So I have an owner here. Right now, Sarah Ann Van Kirk. So we're going to try to find Sarah Ann Van Kirk. One of the things that I'll tell you is that the more odd the name, the more unusual that the name is, the easier it's going to be able to track somebody down with what I'm about to show you. If you've got a pretty common name like Mike Smith or Kevin James or something, that's pretty popular, it may be a little bit difficult, but it won't necessarily be impossible. So here's what I like to do here. Okay, number one, I want to take this name here. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go on over here to White Pages. I'm going to type in her name, and I'm going to type in Brandon, Florida, which is where the property is. And what do we got here? One moment. Okay, so don't pay attention to these little advertisements up here or anything like that. Those are going to cost money to view a full report. But we're going to be looking for this person, Sarah Ann Van Kirk. And so I'm not seeing her just on here just yet, and that's okay because we're going to go ahead and move on here in just a moment. Just want to scroll through here just real quick and see if I can't find her. We're going to move on. All right. So I don't see her there. That's kind of unusual to not see somebody there, but hey, that does happen. In fact, we may even want to just type in Florida right here and see if that gets any better here. No, I'm not seeing a whole lot here for Sarah Van Kirk. So here's what we can do here is that we're going to take this same name here and we're going to go on over here to Facebook. Now, honestly, the truth of it is that if you can bypass whitepages.com and just go right into Facebook, there will be instances when you'll be able to do that. This may be the case right here. Facebook's awesome. So anyway, we're going to type this person's name in. And let's see what we got here. Sarah Ann Van Kirk. It looks like we have her here. One moment. And let's see where this person is located. Well, look at that. Brandon, Florida. This is our person. Okay, I can almost guarantee it. Wow, I've even got 2 mutual friends. I may even want to reach out to them here. But this is our person. So what we would do in this case is 2 things. Number one, I want to send her a friend request. Okay. And then second of all, I'm just going to click this little message tab and I'm going to shoot them a message. I'm going to say, hey, Sarah, my name's Trevor with X company. Whatever company that you have, I came across your property recently at X address, that address in this case. I don't remember what it is here, 835 Lewis Street. You want to include that property address or in your message here. So I'm going to be like, hey, Sarah, I came across your property at such and such address. I'm looking to purchase a home in that area. I was wondering if you might be interested in selling. Okay. Now there's 2 things that are going to occur right here is that number one, Sarah's going to get a notification whenever we send her a message. So we know that our message is going to get to her. Number 2, and the coolest thing about it is that we're going to be able to see whenever they read the message. Okay, so if I type in a message right here, and I assume the folks that are watching this right now are pretty familiar with Facebook and messaging and so forth. So some of this might be second nature to you, but what's really cool is that you're going to be able to see where Sarah is, or excuse me, if Sarah got your message or not. If it says seen and she didn't respond, I recommend shooting another message. In fact, I'll even do things like, let's see here. I'll do things like send them a GIF. Okay. Let me just move this out the way here. I can go right here, and I'll even sometimes, if I send her a message and she's not responding, I'll send something like, "You there?" And I'll even like, "Okay, hey, hello, are you in there? You know, you there?" Something funny, you know, just to kind of lighten the mood. Guys, typically whenever you've got somebody that's ghost, it's not non-responsive or something like that, if you just shoot them a little funny gift like that, they're going to respond. Okay. So this one was actually pretty easy. It's not always going to be this easy. So I want to back things up just a little bit. And let's say that I want to find Sarah and she didn't just pop up right here. So the next step that I would want to do is I'm going to select people so that it narrows the results to only people here. And then I'm going to take it a step farther and I'm going to select like city, and I'm going to type in Brandon, Florida, because that's where I know her to be at. Okay. And look, again, she pulls up right here. This is very important because here's the thing, especially if you've got a really common name here that, you know, that may be a little bit more difficult to find, you're going to need to try to narrow them down by city. You know, and here's the thing is that sometimes even when you narrow it down by city, let's say you've got Mike Smith, and I keep using that for an example. Somebody's watching this that is named Mike Smith. Hey, you know, I don't mean any disrespect or anything like that. It's just a fairly common name here. So let's assume that I had a bunch of people right here. It might be more difficult to find. So what I would do here is this is where white pages a lot of times can really work to your advantage here is if Sarah was on here, which honestly, normally in most cases, they're not too hard to find on here, but for whatever reason, I can't see Sarah here. But let's assume that whatever name that I put in here, that they were here on white pages, right? What I would do here is that I'm looking for people that are connections. Okay, so this particular person, she's got a relative named Anna Van Went. She's also, let's see here, if we go back here just a bit. So you can see here that some of these are going to list other family members, okay? So this person, Sarah Ann Van Buren, it's not the one that we were looking for, but let's assume that it was. We're gonna pay close attention to these other names, okay, that she may go by. Or in addition, these other relatives that may be related to her. Because what's going to happen is that once, okay, I've got her right here, and it's a common name, and I've got some family members here. All that I need to do is, okay, well, let's assume that there's 20 different Sarah Ann Van Kirks that popped up right here. Now what I can do is I can go over here to her friends list, and I'm going to start looking at people that she's friends with. A lot of times their family members are going to be attached right here. Like if you go to my Facebook page here, let's just take a look at my friends here. You can always go and click on somebody's friends. It won't always display, but a lot of times it will. And you can see maybe what family members, you know, that folks have. All right. So again, guys, don't overcomplicate skip tracing. All right. People, 99% of everybody that you know these days, I promise you, is on Facebook. Unless they're dead, you know, you can find them on Facebook and you can message them. Heck, I can even take this a step farther, and I plan on doing another training video about this. But let's say that you're skip tracing somebody that possibly did die. Maybe you're trying to find some heirs, you know, to you know, from an obituary to make contact with and so forth. You'll be able to connect the dots here on Facebook. And again, the coolest thing about this is that you can go right to them and send them a message, and you'll know that they not only get it, but you'll know when they see it, which is a lot more than what happens even when you skip trace with other skip tracing softwares, because a lot of times you'll get an old phone number, okay, that's no good, or maybe the phone number is good, but how many folks really answer the phone to people that they don't know. So that doesn't always work. A lot of times it'll have an old email or something like that that you know, is no good. You know, we all know that we have extra emails that we give to folks whenever we don't want to be contacted. These folks are the same way. So that skip tracing software that has emails and phone numbers, it's not always going to be to your advantage. All right. So get used to using Facebook for skip tracing. Get used to familiarizing yourself and really messaging folks on here as opposed to trying to hit them with phone numbers and all of that stuff. There's a million filters that you can use over here. Again, if I go back over here to Sarah Ann, all right, and I click on people, guys, there's ways that we can narrow them down here as well additionally. So again, I wanted to hop on here. I hope that you guys found value with this training. I use this all the time. I've even got skip tracing software that I have, and I still go back to Facebook and Facebook messaging 9 times out of 10 because it's just easier to find somebody. I know that they're going to be there, and I know that I can get my message to them. That's all that I have for you guys. Please do me a favor and drop some comments if you're watching this in the comments below. Let me know if you like this or if you didn't. Let me know if there's anything else that you might want to learn. I'll be happy to make an additional training video for that. And be sure to subscribe because every week, myself, along with my co-host, Dan Caldwell, some of you guys might know him as the guy that founded the Tap Out Apparel clothing company, who later sold for over 9 figures. So he knows what he's doing, and now he invests heavily in real estate. Guys, we do a weekly show called Real Talk with Real Estate Investors. We have the biggest folks on TV, the biggest celebrities, the biggest moguls, gurus, whatever you want, the most knowledgeable people in the industry that you can go and learn tips from for free, right? So that's all that I have for you guys. You guys have a great day and take care.